Hey, CCVT family, I just wanted to take a couple minutes and just talk about the Devo for this week. For a lot of us, this quarantine has brought out some things in us that really are amazing and beautiful, but it also has brought out some things in us that maybe we don't want to admit that we struggle with. It's forced us to deal with some parts of ourselves and others that really we don't care for. And really, we can't cover it up with busyness or normalcy or get away from it. Maybe you found yourself being a little more selfish or unkind or lazy or lonely or angry or just struggling with a bunch of different things. And I think one of the things that does in our lives is it gives us something in common with the disciples, with every follower of Jesus that's ever lived. And I think a lot of times when we look at the disciples in the Bible, we see just the beauty of what they did. We see all the amazing miracles and the teachings and their bold following of Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And when we focus on just these aspects, we want to emulate them. We want to be like them. But when we focus just on those aspects, we miss out on a part of their life that really is important. That they also failed, that they struggled, that at times they were selfish, at times they were unkind, at times they were all the things that we're seeing come out of us at times during this quarantine. And so the beauty of that and their struggle is none of them stayed there. James went from being a skeptical brother of Jesus to a bold follower of Jesus. And really, we can't stay in the struggle, but really we can look at the lives of these men and women, and we can see that we have something in common with them, that they struggled too. And we can take encouragement from that our story is not over. We don't need to stay in the struggle, but really we need to follow Jesus and the Holy Spirit to what is next. Follow Jesus, but know that if you're struggling, they did too. And so we want to look at some places where followers of Jesus struggled during this week. So I pray that this would encourage you. I pray that this would bless you and challenge you to continue growing deeper, even though at times you struggle. And really, it's kind of neat to read some stories that the shine kind of wears off of the disciples, that they weren't perfect. And so maybe you had a hero growing up, and really then you heard about some things that they started to struggle with. When I was growing up, I loved Michael Jordan. And it's been so interesting to think about his life and the things that he struggled with. And most people, when he first came into the NBA, looked at him as a god. They looked at him as the perfect one, the one who never made mistakes because they saw his beauty and perfection on the basketball court. But as people got to know him, they saw some of the things he was struggling with. And that was hard for them to swallow that. But then he became human. You could relate to him. And really, I'm hoping that's what happens when you read these things about the disciples this week and other followers of Jesus. That the shine would kind of wear off and you would see that they're human beings just like you and me. And God used them in an incredibly powerful way, the same way he wants to use us. So I pray you're blessed by it. And so check this out this week, and we'll be back Saturday or Sunday, just kind of giving you a wrap up. Thanks. Love you guys. See ya.